Hey, how's it going? What I thought I'd do today is, I think I did one on the news, right? Reading the New Zealand Herald. Today I thought I'd read Facebook, what comes up in Facebook, and what I think about when I read some of this stuff. So I've got Facebook up here. Let's log in. Let's have a look. Be riveting stuff, I tell you. Here we go. One of your type of memes or whatever you have, is it? Your beliefs don't make you a better person. Your actions do. Wow. It's actually not a bad one, actually. Your beliefs don't make you a better person. Your actions do. I'm not big on beliefs, right? The reason I'm not big on beliefs is because the problem with beliefs is that you can have no evidence for it. There can be no common sense, no reason, no rational thinking behind it. But most importantly, no measurable evidence, things of that nature. So when we include beliefs, if it has known truths to it, measurable known truths, then fine. But then we would argue that it's not a belief system then. It's a bit like there's oxygen in the air. I don't believe there's oxygen in the air. It's measurable. There's evidence. It fits the laws of science and it's a known truth. So whether I believe it or not, it's there. Whether I exist or not, oxygen's there. Right? So then belief isn't required. So anyway, that's why beliefs, no, I don't have any beliefs. Here we go. All right. People in their food. Here we go. Someone lost 20 kilos before and after. Don't care. Some joke. Mates telling us stuff about themselves. Don't care. Don't care. That's what it's like, right? A lot of swiping for nothing. You come across something. Here we go. Your typical food photos. I'm out at dinner in a restaurant, feeling good, get my dinner served. Ooh, I'll take a photo of that and post it for everyone. Because look at me. What's interesting about that sometimes is that person will get like 100 likes on the damn thing. Really? It's a photo of some food. Okay. Here we go. So we have baby photos. It goes, happy birthday, my baby. Whoa, big one today. I can't believe how fast and great this first year has been. You are such a clever little girl. Mummy and Daddy love you so much, our princess. Happy birthday, my baby. So there's some, I understand you're excited about your baby. But you know, there's lots of them around. You are such a clever little girl. It doesn't even make sense. You're one. How clever are you? What? You smiled when I waved at you. When I make faces at you. What's clever about a 1-year-old baby? Well, let's do this. What's a clever 1-year-old and a dumb 1-year-old? Or you're so clever. What did she do? Did she like recite some poem or something? You're so clever. You're a baby. There's no clever babies. They're just babies. They're learning, I guess. They're just observing and seeing and growing. Clever. Oh, well. Can't put my baby stupid. My stupid baby. Happy birthday to my stupid baby. Guess you wouldn't do that. Someone doing up their house. Take photos of it. Of course. Not much else in there, I tell you. It's riveting. So, what happened to me today? Anything interesting? Maybe I can share something. What about some views I have on something? How about well, me and my son were talking this morning about reviews, and we're talking about when we realize something and we do something about it, and then we say that it's better this way, how come it took so long to do it? So like if you realize you're overweight, then you lose the weight, why did you not do it earlier? You know, and that's an interesting one, because not only do we think of it like that, we might think, how come it took so long? And then we just carry on. Why don't we use the same method that got us to that point to, one, learn what's going to get me to the next level and do that like straight away? Or do we wait 20 years, 10 years, or 5 years? And then why don't we do that same thing in a different area of our life? You know what I mean? So if you take, we use weight loss as a simple kind of physical, visible, general one. And like weight loss for the majority of people only takes a couple of things, right? You know, eat less, move more. And generally weight will come off you unless you've got some sort of condition. But so there's only two things, and yet doing those two things requires a lot, because generally we've established habits. We have to change things we like to do. And by that I mean we like eating together. We like the taste of cakes, biscuits, sugars, whichever you like, right? And now we've got to make a decision to not eat those things. So you got to break habits, you got to break emotion down. So you got your emotional attachment to that food, the social environment of that food, and then the worst piece, probably, it all kind of goes together, but the worst piece of it is yourself, right? You go, well, we minimize it. So we say, it's not a big deal. Why not? What's the problem? Well, you're fat, say, right? You're fatter. Well, that's the problem, right? And if you do that same thing with why don't I have any money? I'm broke. I haven't got any savings. Well, to change that requires change of habits, changing things I like, stopping doing things I like, start doing things that I don't particularly like, break emotions, you know. But then back to the self, is your own self is, you keep making yourself feel better by saying, I'm okay with no money. As quick as you feel, unfortunately, you got no money, you say to yourself, I'm okay with no money. Which is the same as the food, eating, it's emotional connection. So it's interesting, right? So even in both those scenarios, they require change, they require taking responsibility for yourself. Those are a couple of things. Then another piece is the tools. What tools do you have to keep your mind going in that fashion? As in, because an emotion is going to pop in your brain whenever, right? It's an emotion, it's a way our brains work. We think of that, go and have it. What's in your toolkit to go, I don't want to have that. I'm not going to have that. Well, unless you take responsibility for it, you're more than likely not going to. And things that will creep into you is, it's not that big a deal. It's, you know, we used to have this one at work, right? So I'd been there for not that long, and they'd have morning teas almost every day. Sausage rolls, stuff like that. Donuts, biscuits, just morning teas. It'd be someone's shower, it'd be someone's birthday. You name it. We're having something at some point. So I didn't participate in those, and that was okay. But it only takes one time to participate in it. So as an example, the girls would come around and they would leave a piece of a sausage roll or a cake or a thing on your desk, right? So there's like 5 desks around, all the staff, and my desk is there. My desk would have nothing because they knew I didn't eat it, right? But the desk next to me would have a cake on it for a thing because I knew she liked cake. So here's the cake. And so on any particular day, I'd be sitting there, and the person who left the cake for their friend would have left it. She would come in from where she might have been out at a meeting or something, right? She comes back, goes to her desk, and the first thing she says to me for some reason would be saying, oh no, I don't want to have this. I've already eaten. Or I don't want this. You know, I'm trying to cut back, this type of comment. And I would look over and go, oh well, make a decision, throw it out. I wouldn't say that, but it's the logical thing to do, isn't it? But no, we can't, right? So she'd sit there, it would sit there for a while, and a couple of minutes would go by, and sure enough, she's eating the cake. Cake's eaten at some point, whether it was an hour later, 2 hours later, because she held out for so long, you know, held out. And so we analyze that, right? And we go, wow, that's the emotion, I've had a friend give it to me. So now I don't want to upset my friend. I don't want to break that little bond. And that's, doesn't matter what you've said to yourself day before, how much workout, you actually almost sabotage yourself by saying, no, I deserve this. I want this now. Ooh, this will be nice for later. It's a freaking hour later, half an hour later, 10 minutes later. So that's a real battle, right? Is actually being real honest and real truthful, and actually being able to tell everyone, I don't want it. Throw it out, to not have it. Because that's being honest, right? And what will happen if you're honest to that person? They won't put cake on your desk anymore. Okay. Will they not be your friend anymore? Will they not talk to you anymore? Will they not invite you to anything anymore? Maybe. But at least you're being honest. Before that, you're just lying. You're actually lying to everyone. You do like cake, you do have some cake, but you're not going to have it today. Okay. So yeah, so that's one of the, it's a tough one I see, right? And being able to, so I don't drink, right? And I go and sit in a bar, I still go to a bar, it's my mates. And I stand there and I take the, you're a girl, you're a pussy, all those types of statements every now and then. Then every now and then I get to come on, have a drink with me and all that sort of stuff. And I don't. And these days I don't really get asked unless someone hasn't seen me for ages, like 20 years. Or They don't know me. And most people assume you're in a bar, you're going to drink. Then they say, oh, you're driving or something. I'll say, probably, but, you know. So I guess I've gone through that. And like I go through the not drinking thing in a crowd. So what's the difference in the not having cake with you or having a sausage roll with you? What's the difference? And if I wanted a sausage roll, I'll get me a sausage roll. You know. So how come we be offended by that? So we're offended by someone who's giving you the truth. Interesting. Because it sort of sprays off, right? How we can be offended by stuff. Or how I can think you'll be offended. I think you'll be offended if I say no to the cake you brought me. Right? Even if it's your anniversary or it's your birthday or whatever it is. It's not special. We've worked that out, right? The cake, me eating the cake, is not showing anything in particular. For some reason, it means something to you. For me to eat the cake means something to you. That doesn't make sense. You couldn't care less yesterday if I ate that or not. But today you do. You care that I have this today. It's an awesome condition we have. It's like that whole standing up for the national anthem thing. You know, you go to a rugby game to watch rugby, I think, or whatever's going, right? And they play a song, which is like a national anthem. It's a song. And when that song plays, apparently it's respectful that you stand up and listen to it. Stand up and listen to it. Why? Why do we do that? It's not respectful. I mean, the people that are watching it on TV, are they standing up? So the same person that's at the game stands up. If he was at home watching the exact same game, the odds are high that he doesn't stand up. In fact, he goes out and does something else and comes back, right? But to that time, show respect. It's respectful. Every other time, it's not respectful. Which one is it? You know, the guys that are standing for the game, there's people down the street that aren't standing for it, that are walking by, that are carrying on. What respect are they showing? Either everyone on the planet shows respect, or we don't, or they're disrespectful. So if they're disrespectful out there, what does that actually mean, to be disrespectful? Well, no, it's because you're at the stadium while the music's going, and now you stand up for it. And then it gets weird, all right? When you stand up for the national anthem, you have a problem. So you stand, you do your hand on heart, think about whatever you want to think about. Then what you do is you look around and you see someone else sitting that doesn't stand, you're upset. You're offended by him not standing up. Who cares if he's not standing up? The guy down the street's not even bloody listening to the friggin' song. The guy at home watching TV ain't standing up. So what's your problem? Your problem is you're spending too much, you're just getting yourself all worked up over nothing. You know? You make no freaking sense. And of course there's 10 of you, so now there's an issue with it. Crazy, right? So it's that same kind of human condition of, what's the word? Herd mentality. Is that if I'm doing something and I'm getting worked up for it, you need to be doing it too. I want you to do something that I want you to do. It's like the whole hierarchy system gets enacted. Hierarchy, we're doing it, you do it. If you're not doing it, there's a problem. Disagree. I disagree. I do understand, you know, that you stand for it, but it's another thing that we're just taught, right? We're just taught this stuff. Told this stuff, a lot of us. And it's been, we just get into this whole, you know, there's a big percentage that go, why are we doing this? But it's easier, right? It's easier to stand. Remember, I do it. We all do it. It's just easier to do. It's just like, I guess, when your mother rants and raves about something, about picking up your socks. You disagree, maybe, even though it might be all right. You disagree, but you do it anyway to shut her up, you know, and to just save people leering at me and throwing their drinks at me, perhaps. I stand up for a national anthem that made no difference whether I stood or not. You know, you could actually sit for the national anthem, right, but do more for the country than any of them that are standing at that moment while the national anthem's on. If they stood 2 minutes earlier, didn't mean anything. If you stand 2 minutes after the song, that doesn't mean anything. It's only while it's playing for that 2 minutes that you need to be standing. So this person stands, he's unemployed, he could be in jail, or just got out of jail, he's cost the country in all sorts of avenues, right? Got 4 kids which he doesn't pay for, all this strain on society, this same guy. Yet he will stand for the national anthem for that 1 minute, and hand on heart says he loves the country, and leer at someone who's still sitting. When that's someone who's sitting, his grandfather may have fought in the war, he's paying his taxes, he just donated money to the Salvation Army, he does working bees, he does community bloody voluntary stuff, all this list of things for the benefit of others, but doesn't stand for 10 seconds for the national anthem. Let's get him. Let's beat him to death. It's awesome. It's an awesome kind of quandary you'd be in. Yeah. Then there's the ones that decide you're being disrespectful, right? which I don't even, what is disrespectful and respectful? You know, I don't even understand that, right? You stand, you're respectful, you sit, and you're disrespectful. That's disrespectful. I don't get it. Why are you disrespectful? And what does it even, let's say we just ascertain that you are disrespecting me. Who cares? What did that do? What did that do to me? Oh, you disrespected me. By doing what? By not doing something. Or by, let's say you're not supposed to stand. I mean, if you stood and got in my frickin' way so I couldn't see what I wanted to see, then that's annoying. I don't know if it's disrespectful. It's frickin' annoying because I want to watch the game. I don't want to look at you. So that would make sense that I get upset about that, right? But you're not doing that. You're disrespecting who? Me? You're not in the army. You didn't go to war for the country. You didn't go and, you're not the prime minister. You didn't, who the hell are you? It's disrespectful. How did you decide it was disrespectful? You were told it's disrespectful, so you're looking out for the you're disrespecting us. You disrespected us. Disrespected what? No one gives a shit about you. Really? It's amazing, right? Disrespected you. I don't even get it. I don't even know if it's that possible. It's like when you do a sign to someone. Like you do that. What did that do? So you're really upset with someone. Let's say that person's actually done something quite decent. He's cut you off and almost killed you. Just about killed you. You would have died if you'd come 2 minutes ago, right? So from a near-death experience, right? Now what you're going to do, which in that near-death experience, let's say I'm the one who cut you off. It's done. I couldn't do anything about it. Or whatever. I was texting while I was driving. Whatever. Let's just say I was totally in the wrong, but I've missed you. But you've lived. I've lived. Got the cut-off situation, right? In return for that, with all your frustration that's coming through, your one way of attacking me, you're going to attack me, is to go with a stern look, or I don't know about you, but that didn't hurt. You know, it didn't. I didn't. But that sign, what is that? Is that taught to me? I don't think I grew up being taught it. Kids did it at school to say something, and that's enough. So at school, we get scared of what? He was annoyed. He showed that he's annoyed with me. So what? So what if he's annoyed with me? I mean, if he's annoyed with me and punched me, at least that's got something to go, okay, it's physical, but you know, and you get grown adults, 40, 50 years old, sitting in the car, get cut off, whatever, beep, 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 you can see me. Wow, oh, crikey, that hurt. What did you do? You did nothing. It's the same thing. And then go on with your day like, yeah, let that out. Let that out. Oh yeah, but it upset that person. it's most interesting why it upset you. Don't get me wrong, I thought about this like 20 years ago. It was like, I didn't understand. But it's quite an interesting one, right? Because I think that is most logical from, you know, your 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 12-year-old. Whenever you learn that sign or that symbol or that aggression or that gesture of hate, the pointing, I guess that's kind of your pointing, your fingers, that expression of I'm upset, you know, with you, is probably what our parents do, right? Parents do it to us. So, oh, it must take us back to that, right? My parents would be upset with me. So let's figure out what I've done, sort myself out, or, oh, damn, I feel sick, I got caught. One of the two, right? But we're not able to like go, why does that matter? Why is that upsetting me? Or why now, because someone's done that to me, now I'm enraged. So we get someone gives me those. What did he just do? Did you see what he just did? He gave me the things. He gave me the fucking thing. Right. I'm gonna take him on and give him the fingers. Ooh. You know, or do something more interesting, right? So, I guess that's what I've been thinking about for a little while. Typical day here. Typical day for bigShow, the God. What I might do next time is I might just sort of share some actual insights into how I became a god, how I became bigShow, the God. It's going to be an interesting one, right?